y'all boy Jim Jordan, whom I love, but I have to disagree with him right here. Before we start this video, I got a new sponsor, y'all. Yeah, check it out. China's real estate bubble is absolutely collapsing. In 2008, when the subprime mortgage crisis nearly ended capitalism, housing was 8% of the US GDP, while housing is 25% of China's. This is an epic meltdown and it's just beginning. Meanwhile, in the United States, inflation is so high that the Federal Reserve is talking about raising interest rates even further, choking the credit out of the economy completely. Everything is expensive. But gold is perfect for this environment. But it is near all-time highs already. So I want to present a company called Gold Mining Inc., trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticket DLGD. The reason is that this is a company to trade at multi-year lows, extremely cheap. Their gold resources are worth only $1 per ounce. If you go to wealthresearchgroup.com/cheap gold, there's an entire presentation explaining how this company is effectively 80 or 90% more discounted than anything out there. If you're bullish on gold, I urge you to stop everything you're doing and download this carefully drafted report now. There's a company overview right in the description area underneath this video, and I encourage you to check it out. So even though there's no guarantee when it comes down to investments, I tell you what, it gotta be a better risk to go with this than what's going on right now in the economy. So check out the links below, and now let's get to this video. Now check this out. Y'all know I've been doing a fundraiser, a $5 a month fundraiser. If you can help out, please do so. The link's right below this video, if you can, okay? If you can't, I get it. So please check out the link below if you want to participate in that.
Done the oversight that we're supposed to do. Because of our oversight, we know that parents were targeted by the Department of Justice. Because of our oversight, we know that 51 former intel officials misled the country weeks before the most important election we have. And because of our oversight, the Disinformation Governance Board at the Department of Homeland Security is gone. Because of our oversight, the memo attacking pro-life Catholics has been rescinded. Because of our oversight, unannounced visits to Americans' home by the Internal Revenue Service has stopped. That happened under Speaker McCarthy.
Those are good points, in the words of Ace Ventura. However, here's the problem. Like I said earlier, just to identify a problem is not enough. Even a small result. Do you think Mucus and all of them really care about rescinding a memo? Do you think that makes the point, huh? See, that's my question. Do you really think that, oh, okay, well, so we got busted showing up at people's houses that were Christians. Well, we better cut it out, guys, and go back to work? Do you think that sends the message? No. What sends the message is, now that we know about all of this, we want to subpoena you guys. We want to impeach the leadership that is doing this stuff. Because all they do is drag these people up there on the Capitol. They identify the problem. They disagree. It's a miscarriage of the situation. We didn't do it. What? They did what over there? Oh man, I'm just finding out about. I leave that up to the men and women on the ground level. I trust the men and women when they execute their own. And I'm sitting there going, you're the leaders. Somebody got to be accountable. So y'all are just shuffling the accountability all over the place. So you would think the buck would stop at Mucus, at Garlic, and at Ray, and at Creepy Sleepy. But somehow they bounce it back down once these things come out to the people on the field, but nobody gets any type of punishment. So all of that is great, Jim. It's great. I love it. You guys have done a great job identifying it and revealing it to us. But so what? Now what? You know what sends the message? Impeachment, subpoenas. Use all of the weapons. If I roll up on a battlefield, man, and you out there with a 22, and the enemy is shooting grenades at us, missiles, they got all kind of fire. And I go, there's a whole cabinet of guns over here, long range, bigger calibers. Why are we using these little weapons? We're saving those for later. There's not gonna be a later. If we don't get the big guns out, we're gonna be wiped out. So how about we fight fire with fire? But it appears that just identifying the enemy and what they've done is enough. But now let's see how Matt Gaetz actually defends his position against his buddy and friend, whom I love, Jim Jordan.
And on the third one, on this side of it, we know there's a big old ugly bill coming at the end of the year. All kinds of spending, all kinds of garbage in it. We're still in that fight. Frankly, to Matt's point, we don't know how that one's going to shake out. But we do know this.
No, to Matt's point, he knows how that's going to shake out because it's been shaking out this way for years. The Democrats know it. They play games like they just did the other day with the big milk dud head who pulled the fire alarm like he was on a Price is Right, y'all. when they spin that big wheel. He pulled it Price is Right style. And yet nothing happened to this dude yet. He's not in a slammer. They do these type of things every time a big spending bill comes up and it seems like it's going to be a deadlock. And the Democrats play silly games and then they'll between them and the media, always blame the Republicans for a shutdown, and they always buckle and give the Democrats what they want and put us in bigger debt and send our money all over the globe. At some point, we got to put up or shut up. At some point, you know what, man? Shut it down. Dang on it. I know it might be inconvenient, but not just shut the government down. Shut down all of these jokers right here that want to play with everybody else's money. How about we play with their money? Okay, we can't come to an agreement. Give me this check back. Figure it out. When y'all figure it out, let us know. Maybe we might give you a percentage of this money back. So now, yeah, I feel you. I feel you, Jim, but see, the problem is Matt Gaetz already knows what's going to happen if change does not come.
We do know this. On Saturday, we didn't take the Senate's bill. They tried to send over and shove it down our throats on Saturday. We didn't take that bill.
Not yet.
And it was a tough position he was in. There were 5 options on the table last week. Option 1 was send a long-term CR over there. That would have leveraged the 1% cut, something a bunch of us voted for. Both parties couldn't get the votes for that one. Second option was to focus on the one issue the country now is completely focused on.
What?
The border issue.
Oh, yeah.
We couldn't get the votes for that one either.
Okay.
But when the Senate tried to send us that bill, he said no to it.
Said no.
I think the Speaker has kept his word.
Oh.
I know my colleagues and friends are saying different. I think he has kept his word on those 3 things that we talked about on January 3rd, frankly, that entire week.
Now, you know I'm liking this, y'all. See, it's not often we get to hear a debate between Republicans. I ain't talking about ones that's running for office. I'm talking about ones that's in office. I like these disagreements. Flush it out. I want to hear it all the angles. So now let's hear from Matt Gaetz.
He has kept his word. I think we should keep him as Speaker. I yield back.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, what you're hearing is an applause from many, many rhinos. See, when you decide to step out as a maverick, you're going to get some boos. When you decide to say the truth, you're going to get some boos. You're going to ruffle all kind of feathers. So now let's hear what Matt got to say.
Is recognized. Yeah, the problem with my friend from Ohio's argument is that many of the bills he referenced as having passed are not law. We are on a fast track to an omnibus bill, and it is difficult to champion oversight when House Republicans haven't even sent a subpoena to Hunter Biden. So
he came out like this. That's true. So all of the stuff we just heard sounds good on paper, but you got Hunter Biden running around. What's taking so long? How much oversight you need to do to subpoena Creepy and a crackhead? I don't understand. I can subpoena them from my home. That's how much information I know about these dudes. How much oversight do you need to have before you say, dang on, mucus have lied to us about this border for 3 years now? 3 whole freaking years. And he comes up with the same excuses every time we bring him up here. We are working hard with the brave men and women at the border to secure it. And that is why we need new legislation and Congress needs to act. And that he does it all the time. Lies straight to our face as we see people just skipping across the border, hopscotching, double dutching across our border, bringing their own flag, singing songs. We're in the money. We're in the money. All kind of stuff. And yet that man has not been subpoenaed, no impeachment articles, nothing. And then when they do throw stuff out there, the rhinos, they don't use their weapons. For some reason, that's too drastic. Let's let them continue destroying our border. And we got well enough data and information and them on record line to stick it to them. Garlic, well enough. Way too much evidence of that man lying. No impeachment for him? Same thing with Raggedy Ray. These are the same fools that act like they don't even know how many people was in the J6 crowd that was, undercovers. We don't know those answers, but we do know how many of those old folks was walking around there at the J6 insurrection. We know where they at. We know how to get them. And no, nothing. You're sitting back letting these fools impeach the former president. I mean, not impeach, rather, but indict the former president and prosecute him and run him through the ringer and nothing. So I understand what Matt's saying. All of that sound great, man. That sound great.
It's hard to make the argument that oversight is the reason to continue when it sort of looks like failure theater. My colleague says we passed the strongest border bills in history. Well, guess what? Look at the border right now. We didn't use sufficient leverage in the debt limit or in any other thing to actually get results on the border. The border is a disaster. Really something I don't think you're going to be campaigning on, that you fix the border.
Woo-wee. Now, I love Jim. But what he's saying is hot. What he is saying is hot and it's real. You carry the power of the purse. You should not be funding absolutely nothing that is not America first. If you know that these raggedy behind Democrats' whole goal and objective is to get more money to increase illegal immigration, why would you even entertain that? I'm going to tell you right now, you don't negotiate with devils. You just don't do it, man, because you already know they're starting off with bad intentions. They don't want to stop it. That's where you need to start off, right there. Hey, do you guys really want to stop this? Well, yes, we do. What's your ideal of stopping it? Well, we need more resources. We need to make sure that we have more relief and process these people. You're not interested in stopping it. Everything you just described, you want money to make it easier for them to get in. See, now let's start over again. Do you want to stop this? I said we did. What's your ideal of stopping it? Well, we need more people at the border to help process. See. Now we got to stop again. You know what? How about this? We'll come back to the negotiating table when it sounds more like this. We need to make sure these people understand, don't leave their country. Because when you get to our border, you're going to get shut down and sent right back. How about that? How about you start with that? We need to make sure these people realize we don't have resources for you. So if you come, you're going to be left hanging. You're going to waste your whole $8,000 on the cartel for nothing. That's where we need to start. We need to start with recognizing that 99% of these people are not coming here because of asylum. They're coming for a better life. How about you start there before we even could come back to the table? That's what I want to hear. So until you start hearing Democrats talk like that, why are you even discussing things with them about the border? You already know their goal and objective, and it's not to stop it.
Second, you said you streamlined regulations. What the gentleman from Louisiana doesn't tell you is that all of the regulatory reform he was just bragging about is waivable by the stroke of a pen of someone in the Biden White House.
Wow.
Do you really think you got anything for that? It's a total joke.
It is a total
finally,
joke.
the welfare to work that the gentleman from Louisiana said we got. The welfare programs that they said that they streamlined with their welfare to work stuff, they're actually going to grow. Because while they did work requirements, they blew out those programs with expanded eligibility. I'm real glad you guys didn't put work requirements on Medicaid. It probably would have resulted in Medicaid expansion.
Now their sphincter muscles are tightening up. All of those rhinos are like, See, ain't nothing worse than somebody to read you, to call you out, to expose what's really in your heart. Even if they ain't directly talking to you, but the message is coming right down your street. You tightening up. You in that audience like this, dude. How do you know I was doing this? How do you know I was thinking that? How do you know that was our game plan? See, because he is calling that mess all the way out. Let's continue.
And when it comes to how those raise money, I take no lecture on asking patriotic Americans to weigh in and contribute to this fight from those who would grovel and bend knee for the lobbyists and special interests who own our leadership, who have, boo all you want, who have hollowed out this town and have borrowed against the future of our future generation.
That's when you know you done hit a nerve. That's when you know you done ran into a big nest of demons. When they start crying out, just like when Jesus rode up and that man had all those demons in him, legions. And then, whoa. He identified who we are. Okay, we might as well go ahead and cry out, we're legions. See, so he hit that nest of demons. Boo. I'm like, why would y'all boo that? It ain't you. Unless it's you. See, that's my whole thing. It ain't you. If you ain't one of those people, you should be going, dang right. But you're a booer. That means you might be guilty and well-deserved of those boos. Now let's continue.
I'll be happy to fund my political operation through the work of hardworking Americans, $10 and $20 and $30 at a time. And you all keep showing up at the lobbyist fundraisers and see how that goes for you. I reserve.
They scrapping, y'all. They scrapping. Now, you know, many of the Republicans, they didn't like what Matt Gaetz said, y'all. But Matt Gaetz might have won over somebody else. An unlikely ally. Somebody who couldn't resist all of that testosterone. She was wooed by Maddie Gaetz. And that's none other than Ihan Omar. Let's check her out. Let me start the music, set the scene. Boom,
Ilhan. There it is, right there. The lick cam.
See, for all of those women out there who's talking about masculinity is toxic. See what masculinity does? It'll make a Democrat lick her lips. Let's see it again. Boom, chicka, wow, wow. Yeah, man, I wonder if she's even conscious that she's on video. So as Matt's dropping that grown man message, let's check her out, y'all. I'm in love with you. Look at her. Oh, wow. Ooh, now that's a real man. Unlike the man I married.
Ilhan.
Maddie.
Ilhan. There it is, right there. The lick cam.
The signal is for 33 trillion in debt, facing $2.2 trillion annual deficits. And our fellow Americans may be watching wondering, how does that happen? How does the greatest country in the world have a process?
Oh, she's mesmerized, y'all. Ilhan Omar might be leaving her third husband, I guess. I don't know which one she's on. For Matt Gaetz. She wants a shot at the title, I think. Man, that right there, I don't know how you even explain that look right there. That's one of them looks that you'll catch somebody and they're not even aware of the look they got on their face because it tells everything. See, they mad that you caught them looking. See, so it's one of those things where if you ever want to see how somebody feel, you got to see what they're doing when they don't think nobody's watching them. See, so here she is giving him the evil eye, not the bad evil eye either. She gave him the prince eyes. She was looking at that man. I'm surprised she didn't hit him with this. So you see her looking him up and down? That testosterone grabbed her all up on there and said, come here, woman. You like what you hear? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Some people said something that made me lick my lips. So now she's checking him out. Hit that like button, share my videos. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure your notification buttons are turned on to all. Subscribe to my alternative channel just in case YouTube give me the slip or something. You'll know how to find me. Don't forget to check me out with all the podcasts and follow me on Rumble in the Jungle. All the links are listed below. If you want to donate to my channel, feel free. Those links are below as well.